Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Four Quarter Talk podcast with myself, Jack Brazil, and my co-host, Josh Mazoke. Say what's up, bro.
How about them Clippers?
Yeah, we'll get onto that later, but we are back for another episode of our podcast. I have some bad news. Unfortunately, this will be our last episode for 2 or 3 weeks, as tomorrow we're recording this on Saturday. So Sunday, the 20th, I am moving back to Southampton for uni, and I won't have my PC for 2 or 3 weeks while I'm down there. So this will be our last podcast for a while, and we'll try and make it a good one. Today's topics are, we're going to go through the NBA awards, debate who should have won which award. With all the awards announced now, we feel comfortable to talk about them. I'm going to let Josh have a little freestyle slander session. As you heard in the intro there, he's very passionate about this particular topic. So I'll let him channel his inner Stephen A. Smith. Then we're going to talk about the Western Conference Finals matchups, where we think the series will go, key individual matchups, and we'll finish as always with trivia. I've got trivia for Josh this week, so let's get right into the NBA awards. Okay, Josh. So yesterday, Giannis Antetokounmpo was announced as the MVP for the second consecutive year, which rounds up all the NBA awards. First of all, did you agree with that decision?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we gave our opinions about a month. I think that was our first episode, maybe.
Yeah.
And we went through all of that. So I don't really see the discourse. Obviously, this is what I did mention this, I think, on pod. Maybe it was off pod. But the NBA completely butchered the timing of all of these awards. Every time, because especially this year, but in prior years, they always, since they're switched to an award show in, I think it's like July after the draft, it kind of takes away from a lot of casual fans don't realize that it's a regular season award.
Yeah.
And by announcing it in this fashion, they've set it up for failure, because you've got a lot of fans that are, fixated on how the Bucks just crashed out the playoffs.
Yeah.
And how LeBron is now in the conference finals, and it just leads them to think, oh, LeBron should have won this and that. But that's just, recency bias, where Giannis did just have a historical regular season, and it's a regular season award.
Yeah, I think maybe the NBA could make that a bit clearer. That it is a regular season award. Of course, most fans know that it is, but a lot of casuals, as you said, don't. And I think they should definitely go back to how it was, where it's announced in the first playoff games.
Round. Yeah.
Because when you look at the timing of Giannis's MVP award,
he was accepting it in Greece.
Yeah, he was in Athens, Greece. Just on holiday, where he should be still in the bubble, going for the championship. So it was terrible timing, and that's why the controversy was stirred up that it should have been LeBron, because LeBron's still in the playoffs. LeBron's leading the favorites to a Western Conference Finals so far. So a lot of people put those factors into it when those should just be completely forgotten about. But it's hard to forget about those factors when this is the content you're consuming every day.
The votes all came in prior to the bubble, not even prior to the playoffs.
A lot of people don't know that, and that's the main problem.
Exactly.
So we're both in agreement that Giannis is the regular season MVP, but we're not in agreement about some of the other awards, like Sixth Man.
Oh man, they didn't do that. I know they didn't do this. I know they didn't.
By the way, can I just mention quick? Oh, yeah. That picture Giannis took on the private plane was tough, and I know it was a recreation of that Kobe picture. That was tough as fuck. But anyway,
that was tough. Yeah. In my notes here, I don't really, obviously, I'm not just going to go through every single individual award. But this stood out to me, man. I think everyone knew, it was kind of like a throwaway, Giannis is winning MVP, Schroeder's winning Sixth Man of the Year, obviously. But it just pissed me off, firstly, Montrezl Harrell's the seventh man, Seventh man of the year. Maybe he's seventh man of the year,
Mm-hmm.
But sixth man, like a team that has two sixth men who take the pressure off each other, surely that should have the same effect as, in other awards where, Steph Curry or Kevin Durant are winning MVPs next to each other, or, Westbrook and KD, players like that. But I mean, Schroeder was just such a big part of the offense. Like,
Yeah.
the lineup with him, Chris Paul, and Schroeder, that was like one of the most efficient lineups and the most clutch lineups in the league. Schroeder just had such a bigger role than Montrezl Harrell. And it just seems that there's casual analysts out there who are just forcing everything through to LA. Because they talk about LA all year. They talk about the Battle of LA. That's the only topics they talk about. And then they don't watch any other games. So, I'm not saying this, it didn't surprise me that this could happen, but I just thought it was so obvious. I mean, every time I'd watch a debate show or read any articles, they'd be like the probable sixth man of the year, Dennis Schroeder. Like, it was pretty obvious. I don't know how they butchered that.
Do you think some people didn't even realize he's a sixth man because of the amount of minutes he plays, or because he played more minutes than Giannis did in the regular season?
Well, he played more minutes than Giannis in the playoffs too. Because anyway, let me save that for the next segment. But yeah, it's just okay. I mean, I'd excuse a fan from doing that, but if you're getting paid to be part of the media and you're voting for stuff that affects people's contracts, affects people's Hall of Fame status,
let's be clear. Dennis Schroeder is not making the Hall of Fame, but
no. No. I'm just saying, like,
in general,
Dennis Schroeder's up for a contract soon, and he's gonna like sixth man of the year is a lot of leverage there. I mean, but these are the same media that I saw someone vote for Andre Drummond for Defensive Player of the Year. He got a vote because he gets a lot of rebounds. So this is what we're dealing with here. And LeBron, going back to LeBron, one of the people that voted for him said that the biggest reason why they voted for him was because of how he's navigated the loss of Kobe Bryant, because apparently it only affects the Lakers. So, I mean, this is what we're dealing with here, man. This is what we're dealing with.
See, this is the problem with NBA awards a lot of time.
There's no criteria.
A lot of analysts are more focused on storylines than actual stats and the eye test of actually watching a game of basketball. So like that's definitely not how it should be. We're not playing my career here. Like, this is real life basketball, and obviously, the loss of Kobe Bryant is tragic, but like you saw the day after he died.
Many players.
Affected every single NBA player. So
to just simplify it to a Lakers thing, when like there's so many players outside the Lakers that had even closer relationships with him, like it's just ridiculous, honestly.
Okay, now they also announced the all NBA teams, all NBA first, second, and third teams. I was pretty happy with the all NBA first team. I don't think they missed on anything.
Luka Doncic, man, he is youngest
inductee of the all NBA first team of all time.
And also the same with I think so. He was top 3 in MVP voting as well.
Yep.
In just his second season, so.
Yeah, his career path is off.
He's the future, man.
To the best possible start, really.
He is the future.
And do you think it's an overreaction to say that when it's all said and done, he could be? This even sounds mad to say, but he could be the greatest.
Yeah. I mean, when you put yourself on that path from the start, obviously the sky's the limit. There's a lot of players that haven't been able to get off to a start that quickly. I mean, we talk about the pressure on Giannis to win, but he still has about 2 more years until LeBron and MJ won their first at that age. So the quicker you start, and he's already got a Hall of Fame career because they include EuroLeague
play, and he's the youngest MVP in the EuroLeague. Started his EuroLeague career when he was 16, so he's got all that experience under his belt.
He'd be a Hall of Fame if he retired today, and that's ridiculous to say.
And you just got to look at all the clown GMs that had that mindset that he's from Europe, he's a risk.
Vlade Divac
Yeah, I mean
from the
he should
Kings.
know
He
better
knew
than anyone,
him.
really.
Yeah, and his reasoning was that he didn't like his father. That was his reasoning for not drafting him. So
Surely that's a sackable offense. Surely.
I mean,
Surely.
I think he stepped down, but
Oh, did
yeah,
he? Oh, okay.
I think so. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's
We'll
ridiculous.
just
Yeah.
take you through all the NBA teams quickly. So the first team was Giannis, LeBron, James Harden, Anthony Davis, and Luka Doncic. The second team was Kawhi Leonard, Nikola Jokic, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, and Pascal Siakam. The third team was Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, and Russell Westbrook. Does
All right.
anything jump out to you there as a bit dodgy?
I'm trying to put my head in pre bubble.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's easy now to say we know Jason Tatum is better than Pascal Siakam, but
yeah,
Jason Tatum did turn up.
I would even say
later in the season.
I would say Jimmy Butler deserves that second team spot over Pascal Siakam. But
I'm just trying to think about how he performed during the regular season.
Yeah.
But then also with that, a lot of their play was just like plug and play. Like he was hurt for some time, other players were hurt for some time. So I wouldn't say he solely earned that, even not looking at the playoffs. But also, obviously, Anthony Davis is a first team talent, but it does rub me the wrong way that he completely refuses to play center, but still gets rewarded with, center spots in these situations. Like he almost he never plays officially as center, and he always talks about how he doesn't want to, and is just insistent on not playing center. So
in the All-NBA first team.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. I thought you'd have to officially have played at that position to qualify for it.
Because if that's the case, then there's a big argument that Kawhi Leonard should be in the first team over James Harden. But obviously Kawhi Leonard's listed as a forward, and they've already got two forwards. But Anthony Davis isn't a center, so if they're bending the rules for the Lakers, then. But
because I think the Lakers just became the first team in over. I think it's like over a decade to have two players from the first team. But I mean, how did Steph Curry and KD never? Never, because it's weird because in previous years there's the whole cancel each other out argument. KD and Russ can't win on the same team; they're just as important. Steph and KD can't, but now LeBron is up for MVP when he's got a player in Anthony Davis that puts up better stats than him.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's pretty strange.
I think it's to do with just the connection they have, though. It is you have to say it's
Yeah.
They complement each other's game a lot, and both of their stats.
If AD had a better season statistically, and they're on the same team, so they both have an effect on winning. Obviously, we both know LeBron's the better player, but if it's not even close, but AD is above him in statistically, how is it that a player like, I don't know, Luka Doncic or Chris Paul isn't higher up in MVP? Just off that alone. In fact, like having a play like that. I mean, even
might be that LA bias.
It might be. I mean, last game against the Nuggets, LeBron had 16 points and won the game because AD stepped up with 37. I mean, yeah, it's weird. Narratives,
exactly. So, do you think? So we hinted at earlier with Siakam. Do you think there could be any movement between that second and third team if you've got it up? I would like to see Jimmy Butler on the second team, but that could be biased.
I feel like you. I think the only thing that put him down was his stats, and that's what players look at a lot. I mean, media look at a lot. I mean, we know who has more impact. We didn't even need the playoffs to see it. We didn't even need the playoffs to see it. That's something I would tell you anyway. Another thing also is who voted for Zion for Rookie of the Year?
Oh, there was one vote, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, and I think they're releasing
the voting.
Yeah, because they said they had to wait till all the votes were out, so they're gonna release. I'm interested to see who the mainstream voters made some suspect votes, because I remember.
But are they gonna name and shame or?
Yeah. Full names. They're releasing everyone's list. I remember seeing a segment a couple of years ago. There's a show called ESPN The Jump, and Rachel, there was like a little discussion about how Klay Thompson had never been on a defensive team,
Yeah.
and one of the analysts, Rachel Nichols, was like, "Oh, that's horrible, that's terrible." And then it came out that she didn't vote for him, so it should get very interesting.
Yeah.
And then also there's that discussion about Bradley Beal being snubbed. I don't know how I feel about that. Obviously, winning matters.
Well, I'll tell you. I've got up here. There's a list of other players that received votes in different positions. So for the forwards, Chris Middleton received 10 second team votes and 52 13 votes. Paul George was also on that list, and Brandon Ingram. Do you think any of them should have got in?
From my memory, Paul George didn't really play too much because it was already a shortened season, and Paul George missed quite a few games. Middleton,
he's on the first seed, but
nah, I'm sorry, no.
Maybe there's an argument for.
I mean, he is the 10th best player in the league.
And then for the centers, you have Joel Embiid receiving 3 first team votes, 14 second team, and 22 third team.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Him
or Gobert.
Ben Simmons getting the nod over him as well.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons is listed as a guard.
Yeah, he's a guard, isn't he?
Yeah, so that's why.
What was it? So he got it over Bradley Beal and Kyle Lowry,
right? Bradley Beal and Kyle Lowry, yes.
Yeah. I understand that. I mean, Ben Simmons defensively is just, incredible.
And he had the wins over Bradley Beal as well.
Yeah.
And he had the stat line over Kyle Lowry as well. So
Bradley Beal, I think he's the first player to average at least 30 points and 6 assists and not make it. But the president is there.
No,
there's consistency in it.
That was just for I thought that was just for the All-Star team.
No. I saw it.
Was it for All NBA?
Cool. Yeah, for All NBA as well. And yeah, it's weird to not. It'd be weird if he didn't make the All-Star team, but then made All NBA. But it's happened before. And then also, the precedent is there that you do have to win. Like Trae Young, you don't see Trae Young getting any nods or anything like that.
I'll take you through some of some really bad vote.
But I remember also one second. In the year that Westbrook didn't win MVP, in the year Westbrook won MVP, he didn't make he didn't start in the All-Star game.
Did you not?
Nah.
Yeah, backwards league sometimes, isn't it? But I'll take you through some of the more bizarre votes. Andre Drummond got a vote to the second team.
Yeah.
And Brook Lopez got
a
vote,
one guy
vote
is in love with Andre Drummond, man.
Brook Lopez got a vote to the third team. And then Kemba Walker got 1 second team and 1 third team vote. And also, it says here, Karl Anthony Towns received 1 13 vote as center and 1 13 vote as forward.
What?
So how does the position voting work? You can just
put anyone at every. You can put anyone at end because what's it?
So you could vote for Doncic at center.
I just saw Steve Nash said that he's planning to play KD at every position at some point. So KD should be up. KD should be a lock for first team, man. He should be a lock.
I wasn't aware that it worked like that. You could just vote for anyone anywhere.
I thought
if that's the case, why are they even positioned? If you know what I mean, like why?
Just do the top 25 players.
Yeah.
Just no, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the top 15 players. Like it's ridiculous. Honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But
I'm very glad my boy Jimmy didn't get snubbed. I'm very glad for that.
If he did, he chance confirmed.
He would have got. But he's already got that fire in him, man. He's already got that fire in him. Yeah. You can see that.
I mean, LeBron said he was pissed off about only getting 16 votes. I didn't watch the game, so I was like, oh damn. Okay, let me go check the game, and he had 16 points. But yeah, I don't know.
Him only getting what 16?
16 points. 16 votes for first place votes for MVP.
Oh, for MVP.
But to be honest, that's more than he should. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, to me, like, I don't know. There was a point where I thought Giannis should have got it unanimously. To be honest, he died down a bit in the last couple months. I just feel like obviously a player can be close, but because there's first place, second, and third place votes. If there clearly should be second place, then it should be
It'll be tighter
unanimous.
than that.
Yeah, but obviously LeBron is going to command that because we do have LeBron is the best player in the league. I mean, I said Kawhi, but it is proven now.
Well, here comes the argument with what should the MVP be decided on? Should it be who has the best stats?
Just give it to
who's the most important to their team? It's a grey area and it always has been. Because if it was just best player, then LeBron would have won it every year of his career, pretty much. Because he's always been the best player in the league. But I think.
But then you just have people saying, LeBron should have got it every single year, which is just cap. Because people are like, oh, he got robbed every year, and I'm like, so he got robbed in 2016 when Steph was hitting shots from 50 feet,
and he got robbed when Russell Westbrook was averaging triple doubles.
Come on, man,
I think it has to be a mix of who your opinion is as the best, their stats, their team success. It has to be a whole mix.
But I think when you get people like that guy that said, how he navigated the Kobe death, those people should have their votes revoked. Obviously not now, but I mean, they shouldn't get. He should never get to vote again on any
storyline should not be. It should not be a factor. So those are our thoughts on the all NBA teams. We're pretty satisfied with them, to be fair. And I saw NBA Twitter didn't have much for us.
I mean, there was a bit of LeBron stuff, but that's Lakers fans, They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they're just gonna complain for complain's sake. And it's weird. It's weird to me that Lakers fans are still so. I don't know. They're just so uptight still when their team is good for the first time in 10 years. Their expectations should not be this as high as they are. Really,
they were ready to trade LeBron after last.
Yeah, when they missed the playoffs,
relax. They're so entitled. Honestly, they're so entitled.
Glad I'm not an LA fan. Bulls to the death. Even though between 2016 and 2019, I was a Warriors fan, but.
Thunder up.
Okay.
We're looking good right now, man.
I mean, but wait for the off season when you trade Chris Paul and it all goes.
That's what I'm saying. That's that's part of us looking good. Wait, everyone was like, oh, he's done in the league, and now we got 7 teams fighting for him. Come on now, Presti's the GOAT.
Who's on your list to replace Billy Donovan?
I've not even thought about that, I've really not thought about that. I trust Sam Presti, but I haven't even thought about it. Huh? Nah.
Mike D'Antoni?
Actually, no, to be fair, I don't mind that. Mike D'Antoni. Nah, to be fair, someone like Nate
Shea would be taking 45 shots a game under D'Antoni.
I was thinking about Steven Adams finally being unleashed from 3. Nah.
Playing like a 6'5" PJ Tucker at 6'11".
Yeah, to be fair, I'd like someone like what's his name again? The Nets coach that just got fired.
What's his name?
Oh my God, Atkinson.
Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah. Someone that's just gonna bring develop the culture of because I think we're finally ready to transition to. We've got the pieces to transition to just rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you pretty much got every team's pick in the league.
Yeah.
And that leads us nicely into. I want a siren or a klaxon. For slander season, slander o'clock has arrived.
Slander season.
Josh, the mic is all yours, bro. Where do you want to start? Take a sip of water, maybe.
All right. Okay. So this is gonna somewhat be in a bit. I've actually divided it into little subsections here.
Yeah.
So Harden's on his own here. Then I've got the playoff P tandem.
Wait, you've got Harden slander as well. I didn't even know that.
Just a bit,
okay.
Man. Got the playoff P's.
No one's safe.
The playoff P's got Bud and D'Antoni, so that's a little coach section there.
Yeah.
We got Bledsoe and Middleton.
You're coming for everyone.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the Clippers.
And then we got some Clippers here. You know, we got Doc. We got. Oh, I could have put Doc in the coach's part, but you know, nah. We'll go Clippers together.
Yeah.
All right, Doc, Bev, Morris, and Harold. All right.
Doc, Bev, Morris. Wait, Kawhi doesn't get a mention?
I will talk about Kawhi, but it's a bit different. Okay. Harden, man. James Harden. Wait. James Harden. James Edward Harden Jr.
Just Google his full name.
Yeah. He used to play for the team I support. You know, he used to play for OKC, and a lot of people obviously that's a big pivotal moment in our franchise. You know, trading him away. What people don't know is, firstly, in that next season we were better. Probably not in the long term, but in the short term we were actually better after we traded him, and we had a better season prior to.
What pieces did you get for him again?
We got was it like Kevin Martin or something? We just got a sixth man that was more suited to the role in Kevin Martin. We got the picks for Steven Adams and Jeremy Lamb, I think. And we actually performed better. But anyway, prior to that, the playoff Harden legacy had started, because in our finals, he absolutely he melted. He was a complete no-show in those finals. So he gets traded to his own team.
First warning sign.
Yeah. He gets traded to his own team, okay? Yeah. And,
given the keys.
Yeah. It starts off with a bang. I mean, like, wow, like, damn. I'm like, whoa, we traded him? Ah, shit. But then, you know, it starts to progress, you know, and then they had a bit of, they were trying to work it out a bit there, you know, get a few pieces through. Then there was a fateful Spurs series that they had where in a pivotal game, he was blocked from behind by Manu Ginobili. And that was a tough one. That was a tough one, man. Yeah. That was a tough one. But, you know, it's Manu Ginobili. I mean, he makes plays, you know. You can't blame him too much.
He also was halfway into retirement.
He was about 56. But anyway, that's not the point. So then he has an opportunity to close out the series. And wait. Kawhi Leonard is sitting out Game 7. Whoa. Game 7, he's sitting out. Oh, Tony Parker isn't playing. Oh, my. What? Harden's going to the Western Conference Finals, boys. And, he goes 2 for 11. And they get blown out by, like, 250. And, that's that. The following year, bear with me. I don't know the exact years every time, but they match up against the Warriors. I mean, I think this was the season where many were saying he should have won MVP because he led his team to a 3rd seed, I think. And it was after they traded Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, "Oh, they overperformed a lot." And
who won it that year, by the way? The year he was supposed to win it.
I think it was
Curry.
I think it was Curry in his first MVP and his first championship. That first season before.
No, but it can't have been the first one because the first one was unanimous.
No.
The second one.
The second one was unanimous.
Oh, okay.
The second one. 2014-15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they make it through. And then he sets the. It is quite a close game. It's back and forth game, but that's in spite of Harden, who actually broke the record for playoff turnovers with 13 to match the number on the back of his jersey. But none quite as sweet as the history clinching turnover, which was they had the last shot. He could shoot to win, and he dribbles into a trap of Steph and Clay and falls to the ground looking helpless. And that's that, man. That's that. And okay, let's quickly go to. We're skipping forward a couple years here.
This
To
guy's telling me his whole life story.
yeah, man,
This
yeah.
slander is deep rooted.
Dude,
You have been
they won't
holding
be.
on to this for ages. It sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. We all know about we all know about they would have won with Chris Paul not getting injured year. That game 7.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
he
the
was
0 for
the
20.
0 for 27
Yeah,
in a row, which
historic
he
night
contributed to
in
a
the
lot
NBA.
of that,
Yeah,
quite a lot of that. So that was a blunder there. And the following year, I think Kevin Durant wasn't available after. Actually, no, he wasn't available for the whole series. Actually, yeah, the whole series, and they had a similar position to win, with Curry actually not scoring at all in the first half, and they couldn't take advantage, and then Curry dropped 30 in the second half, and that was game.
yeah.
And then this year, pretty bad, pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah. It
he
was.
got that first series against us. I mean, we could have been having this discussion like a week earlier because an undrafted rookie in Lou Dort. I mean, Harden just got Lou Dort, like, just secured Lou Dort like an extra like 10 years of his career. Like,
This guy set up Lou Dort's family for a good future.
Oh man, like
he probably bought Lou Dort's mom a car. He bought Lou Dort a house. Probably
Lou Dort gave the undrafted rookie gave Harden his welcome to the NBA moment. Yeah. It was pretty atrocious in the games in Game 7. I mean, yeah, he made up for it with that last block. But yeah, and then in this Lakers series, he just didn't look like. I mean, I know they're getting trapped, but you got to realize, like, NBA players at that, if he's scoring that much, he's gonna get double teamed. But it's just the way he couldn't adjust. That threw me off. I mean, you're expecting the double team to come. You can act a bit earlier, you know. But I mean, he didn't play too bad in the closeout game, but in that game 6, he was absolutely terrible. So it was already over.
Well, against
all right, let's
against
move. The Lakers.
The Lakers.
So let's move on. Let's move on
2 for 11. The 2 for 11 game, right? That one.
Yeah. Oh, 2 for 11. You know, little anniversary to the.
Isn't it so weird how, like, he's the person that shoots the most in the NBA, but he will sometimes have this game where he doesn't shoot at all. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's choking when so obviously Westbrook, he's not great in these moments either. Like, he presses too much, but I find it hard to say he chokes. I say he choked in 2016 for sure. Him and Harden. I mean, him and KD. That was a full choke job. Like 3-1 lead.
They were 3-1 up. Yeah.
The 3-1 lead part, that's a choke. But in these individual games, it's hard to. And when he threw the ball away as well against us, I think that was pretty bad. But, like, if you go down playing your game, you know, you miss or you make your shots. Like, that's basketball. But, like, when you're Harden and you take, like, 28 shots a game and then you freeze up and you decide, like, I don't want to play ball. Like, you know.
In the most decisive moments.
Yeah, he was just missing those clubs in Houston, apparently. All right, so playoff P's, man. Playoff P's, we'll start with Siakam, just simply because
I didn't even deep when you said playoff P's. You're linking them. Okay.
Yeah. Playoff P's.
I feel bad for Siakam, man.
I'm not gonna go too hard on Siakam just because I don't think it's too much of him. I think everyone just, like, ordained him as a superstar too early. Yeah, as a rising superstar.
A lot of pressure put on him.
Yeah, he wasn't put in positions to succeed. You know, once they take away the spin move, he's done. But I have faith. Yeah, I have faith in him to, you know, get a bit better. I don't think he'll ever be a number one on a championship team. But he's like, you know, he's a good player. But I do just have to call out, you know, in these playoffs, 16 points on under 40% shooting.
Yeah, and a lot of turnovers as well.
A lot of turnovers.
He did not.
Yeah, he just didn't look ready. He was not ready.
He didn't. I think Nick. I don't know. Do you think Nick Nurse maybe said to him, "You're our guy now"? When Kawhi left.
And you kind of have to. You have to put that. You have to.
But then it obviously was too heavy for him.
Yeah, it was too heavy for him. And then I don't even know if it was definitely too heavy for him. But then also he's of that Giannis mode where they're easy to game plan for, even if.
Yeah.
But the problem with him,
It's
the
like
difference
Giannis,
between him and Giannis,
Poundland version of Giannis, kind of.
yeah, he doesn't have the strength to overcome it. I mean, Giannis didn't overcome it either, but it's not quite as simple. Like with the Heat had to dedicate their whole game plan to beating Giannis. It was successful, but they did. But you don't have to do that for Siakam. You just have to stop his like one move or whatever. So
the spin.
It's a struggle there.
And he's really bad when he gets trapped as well. He doesn't
really bad.
You can see he panics and just.
But that is just you get these talented players, these physically gifted players. But Siakam has he's been playing basketball for like 6 years in his life. So.
But hey, at least his team didn't go outside like some other people. They back, and they made it respectable.
He is the difference between them playing right now, though, which is
yeah.
I mean, if we had regular season Siakam right now, they would be in the conference finals right now. So
yeah,
that's unfortunate. But the main I guess this is a main event, man. Playoff P, Pandemic P, Paul George, Paul Clifton Anthony George, son of Paul and Paulette George,
Mr. The guy who had the audacity to shit talk Damian Lillard,
Mr. Bad Shot, Mr. I thought I prepped pretty well. I don't know if I prepped well enough. I need to find his post right here. Bear with me. All right, his post after they delete it. Oh yeah, the guy that posted one of those like 12-year-old girl IG posts saying, "I don't give a fuck what anybody think about me, but what do you think about me for anyway? Say it louder." They're probably saying it pretty loud now.
You'd expect to see that from someone like Princess Jasmine on Snapchat, who's like year 7, and she's getting bullied at school or something like.
But yeah, okay. So these are Paul George's stats in his last 5 elimination games. All right.
Here we go.
15 points on 5 for 21 shooting. All right. 34 points on 12 for 26. That's a good game.
Yep.
That's the one win, by the way. 5 points on 2 for 16. Pretty sure that's the Jazz one.
Jesus.
36 points on 14 for 20. I think that's the goodbye, the Dame game. The wave goodbye in his face. So that was a decent game. But then and then there's the last one, 10 points, 4 for 16.
So when the pressure's on.
When the pressure's on,
Paul George is not in the kitchen. No, that's not the same. When the heat, what's the same? When the heat is on, stay out the kitchen. Stay
out the kitchen.
And
here are his stats in the second half of each game in the blown 3-1 lead. 4 for 12, 1 for 7 from 3 in game 5. 3 for 11, 3 for 6 from 3, and then in game 7. 1 for 7 and 1 for 6 from 3 with 0 points in the fourth quarter.
And best backboards hit as well.
Oh, yo. When he hit the backboard, man. Oh, man. I actually turned the game off after that. Even though I was actually enjoying it. I was enjoying it, but I was just like, nah, no one deserves to go out like this, man.
Nah, man.
And then the thing about Paul George, is that this is why I'm not slandering Kawhi too much right now, because Kawhi, he'll just take the L, he'll move on, he'll put in work, he'll go to work, man.
Paul George, he has to run his mouth.
After that Dame game, it was a bad shot.
Yeah.
Bro, shut up, man. Like,
in the side of the backboard is a bad shot. That's what a bad shot looks like.
Look. This was the 15th of June, okay? He said, on joining the Clippers, immediately, we expected to come in and win it all. Yeah. And then also in an IG live with Dennis Schroeder, he was like, "Oh, we've been getting some rest. We're trying to come back, man. Y'all in trouble." And then this is him after the game. I'm very conscious that we're only together for a year so far, and we continue to go in an upward trend. It's best to stick with what we have and work on building. By the
Where's that confidence
way, he
now,
said like,
PG? Where's that confidence now?
he said exactly this about the Thunder as well, about running it back and only being a year. But anyway. So I wouldn't say it's championship or bust.
Is that what he said? I mean, when
oh, wait. No. I swear I didn't even do this on purpose. That's him talking about OKC.
Wait, he said that OKC is championship or bust.
He said, I wouldn't say it is because we've only been together for a year.
Oh.
That's not even what he said that about OKC, but he also said the same thing right now about how internally we didn't think it was championship or bust for the Clippers, which is just cap, bro.
So you signed the reigning finals MVP, and you already have a roster full of talent.
MVPG, you know, who finished third in MVP voting the year prior.
And you already have a bench that is bursting with talent.
A team that took the healthy Warriors in the first round to 6 games as well.
But it's not title or bust.
And they had, the closest thing you could to the Miami Heat parade with that press conference. They were just going off. I mean,
maybe that's the difference, though. The difference in mentality. Like, if Paul George thinks that is one of the
you had Patrick Beverly. You had Patrick Beverly and Patrick Beverly going around telling Steph Curry the next 5 years are mine. Telling He said when they got Kawhi, he was going around because they were all in Vegas for the summer league, and he was going around to people's rooms, to LeBron, to PJ Tucker, saying, "Y'all in trouble. It's over for you." The difference between the Lakers,
hilarious, man.
The difference between the Clippers and other contenders is other contenders played to win a championship, and the Clippers played to beat the Lakers. I do have to talk a bit about Kawhi. As much as he doesn't talk, they had a whole ad campaign about him being the king of LA.
This is my city.
This is my city.
And apparently, in LA, I was watching a video of someone who lives in LA, and they were saying like Clippers branding and Clippers adverts are everywhere, even more than the Lakers.
Billboards.
So the Clippers advertising team must have dropped a bag on all these adverts just for them to blow a 3-1 lead and go outside against the Nuggets.
They are like the joke of the NBA, like all time. Sure. They've always been a laughing stock.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Yeah, bringing it back to football. I knew you were gonna. It's like Arsenal and Spurs. It's like the Clippers are Tottenham, and the Lakers are Arsenal. Arsenal and Lakers, they have the history. They're in an upwards momentum, and the Spurs and the Clippers will just always be in their shadow. It's like that's what I can compare it to.
It's just rent free. Like they always linked everything to the Lakers, and they got their opening night championship. They got their Christmas Day championship, and it just sums up the franchise. Like Taylor Swift has more banners in Staples Center than the Clippers. Like, let's just leave it at that.
Wait, one sec. I think my mom's saying, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, so we were saying on last week's pod, I was saying that do you think it's a bit worrying that that Kawhi can bail PG out, but can PG bail Kawhi out?
Yep.
And in Game 7, Kawhi had an off night, as did the whole team, but Kawhi, from the expectations you have from him, he had a very off night. And PG
Game 6.
Yeah, and PG wasn't there to.
That was horrible.
PG wasn't there to bail him out either times.
Yeah,
it caught up with him. They're gonna have to
he was carrying the load for throughout the whole of the playoffs so far. So
it shows he's
eventually
human,
this is gonna happen.
Last week you were saying that it doesn't happen to him, but it clearly does.
I just thought that maybe it would end up happening. I think my mindset was that he'd be able to get them through the Nuggets. And then once it comes to the Lakers, just because I just thought everyone would turn up. But yeah, their game. This is what they have to address in the future as well. If they're gonna try to keep them, is that firstly their offense. A lot of these teams that crashed out the playoffs, strategy is a big issue. Like
Yeah.
simplistic offenses, because there's a lot of playmakers on this team that other teams will they don't have enough playmakers, but there's not much. They need a Chris Paul, ironically, a player
Clutch
like
time
that,
scorer.
and not just first time scorer, but a legitimate point guard. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Patrick Beverley, like, you know, I mean, he does really good cardio, but like, he's not really organizing.
He's just running, man. He tricked you out.
Pat Bev trick y'all, man. He just out there running. Like, that's the best quote I've ever heard
All
Westbrook
time.
say.
He even said it by
second to
himself.
Execution. Yeah. You trick y'all, man. But yeah, like, they need someone like that who's actually gonna, you know, maybe that could be an opportunity for like Derrick Rose to be freed or something. But they need someone that's actually gonna.
He
run stuff for
rose.
them. Yeah.
Is he a playmaker though?
Yeah, true. But I think he can run an offense. I think he's had to say his career when he's ready to.
That's my guy. You know, that's my guy. But
Yeah,
I'm not
They
sure.
need a
I'd love to see
Rondo-type
it,
player
but
as well.
I don't know
A
if that's the
CP.
player they need.
Yeah, a CP, a Rondo, like.
Player of Rondo, by the way. Oof.
Oh man, he does not disappoint, man. He knows he's
when
ready.
to turn it on. Like,
He's ready, man. He's
I
ready.
think he's going to be the difference.
For sure.
He's definitely the X factor.
But yeah, okay. Let me move on to the next little section here. So
Slander o'clock.
the coach, yeah. It's still time,
session.
boy.
We're still in session.
We still going. We still in session. Don't think I forgot you. All right, our coaches section here. They both meet the same thing for me. But it's a little stronger for Coach Bud.
I'm not sure about that. Doc Rivers, the most 3-1 series.
Oh no. Remember, I'm using Coach. I'm doing him with the Clippers later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't the Clippers segment? You got more?
Oh man. Yeah, Coach Bud, like, bro, I said this to you. I was like, they're not gonna blow people out every game.
Y'all, man.
He trick y'all, man. Like,
70
come on,
wins.
man. Like,
He's
you aren't playing,
wins.
bro. You are not winning a championship playing your superstar player 30 minutes a game. It's not happening. I don't care how many 60-win seasons you have. I don't care. Like, what? He's got what? What would this be? His third 60-win season with no championship to show for it. Like, with the Hawks, which, I mean, no one ever believed the Hawks were going to do anything. So, you know, good for him. But, like, the Bucks last year, they got figured out. And I'm thinking, like, okay, you know, if I'm a coach and I've just seen our superstar player just get neutralized for a whole series, I'm thinking, like, what am I drawing up this whole summer so that next time we get confronted with the same issue?
It doesn't happen.
Yeah, but when it happened, they looked blindsided. Like, bro, you've seen this before. Like, what's going on? And he's just like, there's a wall here. All right, Giannis, just go through it. Don't worry about it. And then, like, there's no off-ball movement. There's no adjustments made. There's no adjustments in minutes made. He decides to make adjustments when they're already down. I mean, they're keeping him for some reason. Well, as of now, they're keeping him, which I don't understand, because this is crucial times now. This is critical time for him and for Doc Rivers in terms of trying to keep that star past that 2021 offseason, because if they lose Giannis for free, for nothing, they're not bouncing back, man. Like,
yeah, for sure.
It's
Because they're
over.
a small market as well, so it's gonna be hard.
Because at least when we lost KD, we still had Westbrook to, like,
to
help
soften the
us,
blow,
but
and he could
no
carry. They got no one. Chris Middleton is not carrying shit.
Got no one, man. Middleton trick out, man. Man, Bleacher Report, where you at? 10th best. Middleton's a 10th best player. He better than Russ. He better than Jimmy Butler. I bet. And D'Antoni, like, you know, he doesn't make any adjustments, but I don't blame him too much this year, just because, like, he had nothing to make adjustments with. Like, they committed to one style of play, and they were gonna have to win with that style of play because, I mean, he wasn't gonna put Tyson Chandler in or anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing he could really do. So I don't really have too much slander for him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. To be fair, it felt to me like more of an experiment than anything.
it was high risk, high reward.
Yeah, and
it was his last season regardless. He was in kind of like a Phil Jackson type situation. I think he would have been fired. I don't think he would have resigned if they won the championship.
he must be full of regret though that they couldn't. Like he was there so many times in the finals and one step away. So he must be full of regret that they couldn't achieve anything greater than that.
I mean, I've never seen a coach land softer than him. I mean, every time he crashes out the same way, but I mean, he's already. I've never seen a coach that got let go, but he's the one with the most leverage, like with teams fighting for him to sign him for his next team. I mean, you got it came out that he's demanding at least $7 million
a year.
Yeah, and meanwhile you got Coach Ty Lue, who won a championship and went to 4 straight finals, and he had to go to an assistant
role. Yeah.
So I don't feel too bad for D'Antoni. But yeah, okay, Bledsoe and Middleton, like Bledsoe, bro.
Jesus, has to be the worst playoff performer in the league, surely.
Not only that, I mean, so in the playoffs, the last 2 seasons.
Wait, this guy used to be called nickname Mini LeBron, right? Or am I bugging?
Yep. So in the last 2 seasons of the playoffs, that's shooting. He averages. He averages about 11 to 13 points on 40% shooting, and like 20% from 3, 25% from 3. And he's just signed an extension, which that confused me because they signed him to the extension like midway through the season, 70 mil 3-year extension. So he's going to get around 15 mil a year at the expense of being able to re-sign Malcolm Brogdon, who could have kind of played the role of a playmaker and another option apart from Giannis.
I think he would have been a much better option than.
Much better than Bledsoe. So yeah, he's just trash in the playoffs. And then Middleton, like, bro, it would be nice if you started playing, before you were down 3-0. It'd be nice.
Yeah, but he was. I don't know. He was kind of thrusted into that role, wasn't he? Because of the injury, he was thrusted into that role, wasn't he?
Who?
Middleton.
Bro, the game. It started in game 1, right? Like you could have started playing basketball before.
No, I know that, but to be fair, he didn't. He didn't start the whole series really. Even when he was the first option, he was ripping, like he was just chucking.
Bro, like, bro, trying to build another practice facility or something, bro. Like I don't know what's happening with him, bro. Like
he went into his Kobe
10th
mode,
best
but
player in the year, right? 10th best player in the year.
Yeah, man.
This guy had a historic season in his own right. Well, almost.
That 70 win projection tricked so many people. It tricked so many people, including me. To an extent.
Yeah, he was on pace for 50, 40, 90, which has only been done by a select few. Steve Nash, KD,
Curry.
Steph Curry, Larry Bird, things
and
like that.
If you don't know what 50, 40, 90 is, it's 50% from the field goal, 40% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. So you're basically just as efficient as you can be.
Yeah. Which didn't translate to the playoffs at all.
Yeah.
Similar to you, like as you just said. I just thought I had no actual concrete reason. I mean, to be fair, I did say I didn't see them. I saw this loss happening, but before I saw like a clear, matchup advantage in the Heat, I didn't think they were just gonna crash for no reason. I just thought like, nah, surely they're not gonna do that again. Like, surely they've adjusted to it. Yeah. But it just seems like every team's like, we know how to beat them, but let them have their fun in the regular season so they don't expect it.
Well, surely that's Coach Bud's fault. All
Oh,
of them.
that's
Yeah.
definitely coach, which is confusing why he's even staying.
Hey, imagine they hire D'Antoni and Giannis is shooting 15 threes a game.
But yeah, no, back to D'Antoni, and it's not. This is the opposite. Slander. Like, I found it weird. I saw something saying that D'Antoni ruins careers, which is just confusing to me because is Steve Nash? Steve Nash is 100% not an MVP, a two-time back-to-back MVP without Coach D'Antoni. That
Yeah.
never happens. That never happens. And arguably, I think
Do you think
outside
Harden
of,
is a two-time
I
MVP?
think, yeah, I don't think he's an MVP. And I think that outside of, if they just continued with Coach, who did they have? Kevin McHale, and they just carried on like that. I think he's a great scorer, and I think they might have won more. Well, not with him specifically, but with any other coach. But I don't think Harden ever averages like 35 points per game or anything like that. I feel like without an inflated system, Harden's like 28 point per game scorer.
Yeah, he still would have got to the line probably as much, but he would have shot as many threes.
Yeah, in an efficient style of play. And now they've just set up the next coach for failure unless they make some serious moves, which they don't have anything to make moves with. So the next coach is gonna have to go in with no center. Well, they'll probably get a center, but they got to go through with this roster which is built for D'Antoni. So that's going to be hard for them.
In hindsight, do you think that was a mistake trading Clint Capella?
No.
Nah.
I think I just think they just went away from their game plan. I mean, the way Westbrook was dominating like earlier on, I didn't like. I'm a Westbrook fan, obviously, but I didn't expect him to continue that. But I didn't expect him. It's not the how bad he played. It's the way, because obviously, okay, yeah, he did have he missed time with COVID, and then he missed time with the quad injury. I don't think he fully healed, but it's just the way he just reverted back to like shooting threes, which maybe it was the lack of athleticism, but still, like there was a particular game plan of how he was succeeding, of attacking off the catch, and like punishing like with interior scoring. And then they just went away from that, and they just always divert to the same style of play that just doesn't work, and they become too.
Live and die by the three, basically.
Yeah, and like the Lakers were just always going to be the biggest test for them. If the Rockets if the Rockets pulled off the upset, that would probably change the game. Honestly, like I don't know if we'd ever see like a three big man team lineup like.
You think one seriesman would have done all that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just because of how the contrast of it was just so insane. Like, you had a team with, I mean, yeah, Dwight and McGee couldn't play the whole series. Like, so if they were able to exploit them to a point where they'd have to just not play any bigs whatsoever, like that would have been insane.
We did say last week. That's the direction we think the game's moving in. And this is
especially if they went on to then beat like the Nuggets as well.
Yeah,
like that would have just been.
No, I don't think Small would have beat the Nuggets just purely because of Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic is because I'll continue to say this. Like, I don't think small ball is the reason they lost. Like, I don't think that is the reason they lost. I just think
they have a system disengaged as well.
Yeah. They just have a team where their attack, like they can't afford for any of their two stars to underperform. And
they're really the definition of high risk, high reward. That's what the Rockets are, because the volume of threes they shoot, if they have an off night, then they're gonna lose. But if they're on, they're gonna win. It's
because even with AD.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't think that AD wasn't really attacking them in the way Jokic would. He wasn't like bullying them in the paint or anything like that. It was a lot of mid-range, pull-ups, which.
Well, that's his game, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his game. But I mean, I don't think it was small ball specifically. I just think like it was just a mixture of other factors. And it was the
Losing
it was a
Daniel House
matchup
as
that
well
was going
didn't
to
help.
test it the most. Sorry,
Losing Daniel House didn't help.
man, that guy.
I mean, he got found guilty now, so
Oh, is it official now?
Yeah.
Ooh,
But at the
imagine
time,
imagine cheating on your wife with a kid, and it gets absolutely put out there, publicly, and then you get sent home to her.
I mean, he deserves it if he's gonna.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Obviously, he deserves it 100%. But just oh man, that's tough. That's tough.
And your
I
team
don't think
gets
he was
eliminated
thinking
like
about
2 days
basketball.
later.
I don't think he was thinking about basketball at all, man.
Yeah,
That,
I know exactly
yeah,
what was he was thinking about.
man. And it's just the fact like you don't bring your family through, and then you do that.
Yeah,
That's tough. That's tough.
that's
But
tough.
yeah, I mean, yeah, the Rockets' only choice right now is to run it back. To be
Yeah,
honest.
they have no other options. Maybe get a few big men, but just have that option.
But there's
Well,
potential.
actually, well, they're
They
gonna
get the right.
they might
if
change
they
the whole
get-
style of play because they're gonna have a new coach.
They're gonna have a new coach, so it'd be interesting to see. I want to see Harden I want to see him back to how he used to play, a bit more like a more varied attack. Like
Yeah,
we need more. Like he used to shoot a lot of mid-range pull-ups and it would work, and then coming off screens as well. Like that's Harden is like Luka in that their 3-point percentage doesn't reflect their 3-point shooting ability. Like they are great 3-point shooters, but because all of their shots are difficult step backs off the dribble, and they never get any easy shots, this looks a lot worse. Like Steph Curry, like he shoots so many shots off screens and off ball. Like that's an important part of the game. It's not 2K. You can't just like completely go off pick and roll and all of that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Like they could really save this roster here if they don't panic and they just go with it and get a coach that can really talk to them. Like both Harden and Westbrook have never really had a coach that's really like gonna hold them accountable.
yeah.
They've just kind of had yes men that will just be like, oh yeah, do that, or clap here and there.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see. I did see. I mean, for a while, Westbrook just definitely did like have some self-reflection there and really make an attempt to change his game.
In what sense? Like go towards the three more? Or?
Yeah, he was like he identified himself that I shouldn't be taking that many threes and I should just attack. He was trying to go off ball. His usage rate reduced dramatically. Like he was really, it's not effort with him. It's just decision making.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know. I feel like if he never got injured, he'd be a bit better. They still would have lost, but yeah, I don't think it was just really. It looked really bad. And then Harden. Like if both of your stars are gonna play that bad, it's just not gonna happen. And all season, it just seemed that they could never play well at the same time.
Yeah, I did. To be fair, watching the Rockets, I did like the look of a lot of their role players. Though Covington was very nice. Jeff Green was very nice.
Covington's been great for them.
Jeff Green as well.
They need to make sure they're able to keep Covington.
Yeah. Eric Gordon was a bit hit and miss, but he was chucking a lot of long threes.
Yeah.
But they have the foundations there. They just need to. Yeah. They need a better system.
There's no panic. They don't need to panic. They don't need to panic.
Yeah. It's not like the Bucks where they could lose their star.
Yeah.
Like,
it was an experiment. It was an experiment. It was a risk that was taken. I don't think they have regrets. I think that
no one expected them to win it all, probably including Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah. It was just kind of like, D'Antoni's contract's running out. Like let's just give him his team that he wants, like to just go off.
Let him have a bit of fun.
Yeah, let him have some fun on his way out, and then they just need to get this hire right, though. They need to get this hire right
for sure.
All right, and then let's end with these Clippers. Stay on coaching here. Doc Rivers, man, my guy, bro. We gotta have a talk about Doc Rivers, man. We gotta have a talk about Doc Rivers right here.
Must hate the number 3 and 1.
We gotta talk about Glenn Anton Doc Rivers over here. All right. So, is he a good coach? He won. He won with the Celtics. Yeah, one ring with the first bit, like the first like engineered big three.
Yeah.
Which a favored team pretty much, and you had them for I think a 3-year stretch. Came out with one ring.
Fair enough.
They did have injuries or whatever, but that's the one
One
ring
ring in
dynasty.
3 years is good.
Yeah, that's the one ring dynasty right there, though. That team.
Yeah.
I mean, you never hear like they talk like they won like 10,
Yeah.
It's insane.
Like
like the players that have come out of that one.
all
team.
all the drama that's come out of it as well. Like
I'd love
with
to see
Ray Allen and Rondo.
Rondo winning a ring with the Lakers and Celtics. That sounds disgusting. Oh man! Imagine Rondo, bro. Imagine Rondo being the one that ties the Lakers with the Clippers with the Celtics in all-time rings. That's crazy. Damn. Imagine him getting his like jersey retired for both teams. Nah, that's not happening anyway. But that'd be jokes.
Relax.
Yeah, I'm playing, man. All right, so Doc Rivers, man.
Is he a good coach?
Third blown 3-1 lead.
Most out of any coach in NBA history, by the way.
You had the Clippers. You've been on the Clippers for 7 years. No conference finals appearances. You had Chris
And
Paul,
you have had some great players.
Great teams, great players. You had a fucking disgusting owner before. But now you have an owner that's like made of money, who's willing to do anything.
He's very active in the communities that I've like.
And let's not forget, for a short period of time, he was actually not just a coach, but he actually had front office responsibilities as well. And he was responsible for some iffy trades and things of that nature. And yeah, I mean, he he brought in his son and like gave him the bag and then gave him away. He couldn't. A team with Blake Griffin at his peak, Chris Paul. It was before the era that it really mattered that they relied on a big man. They had opportunities. Obviously, they blew that 3-1 lead against the Rockets, who they didn't even have Harden playing well either. Harden was playing bad, and they still. I mean, they came back being led by Josh Smith and like Terry Brooker or whatever.
Yeah,
Brewer. Like it's been quite bad for him, man. He's been they were contenders before the Warriors came up, and they were that team that the Warriors couldn't beat, and then they became like the Warriors' little brother. Like
very quickly.
So I mean, Doc Rivers, man, I don't know what to say about that guy. I mean, their offensive game plan was give Kawhi the ball. If that don't work, give Paul George the ball. And they were just playing like park pool, man. They were just isolated.
Yeah, he should have done way better with the roster he had. Mm-hmm. And it's no wonder why these questions are now starting to pop up. Like this just highlights his resume, where it's like, okay, you had that one ring, but most 3-1 leads blown of all time. You've always had good players. Why do you only have one ring?
Consistently get out coached.
Yeah. He reminds me a bit of D'Antoni. Not D'Antoni, sorry. Budenholzer.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
like he's got the reputation there. I mean, he kind of like he tried to escape, a rebuilding job in the Celtics, and then they've now made more conference finals than him.
Yeah.
Since he left, so that's a bit of a yikes there.
Not one conference finals with the Clippers. That is
with a team that was, they were championship contenders for about 5-6 years.
Yeah, like he like while he's been at the Clippers, he hasn't had a bad team 1 year, has he? Maybe last year.
And even then, like, that's a year with no pressure as well. So fair enough, he can bring a fighting, clearing team through with no pressure, but is he in that category now of coaches that can't deal with teams of expectation? because he's got this reputation for being, you know, a gritty coach, you know, that's gonna bring that like that hard team, you know, through. And you know, the Clippers. Oh, look at those Clippers, man. There's some dogs, man. You got Patrick Beverly, like, oh, bro, like, who's gonna score? What guard is gonna score on the Clippers, man? Like, bro, you gotta be. So you're guarded by Patrick Beverly. You go in a pick and roll, you get a switch, you switch on to Kawhi.
Yeah.
Oh, you do another switch. Oh no, you got it by Paul George. Oh no, 24 seconds time. Oh, gone. And then look at, I mean, Jamal Murray was feasting, man.
Yeah. But to be fair,
Oh, bro.
every time the ball's left his hand in this playoffs, you think it's going in. He's been ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems like he stops coaching. Like when he gets way too comfortable, it seems like, and just stops coaching.
He just goes rah rah rah, like he's just that type of guy. That's like, you know,
Well, for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
he's a good.
He's probably not even saying words. Probably just making noise.
Yeah, man. And that now you got Ty Lue. Now you got that put on Ty Lue's record. Like, he don't want to be there, man.
Yeah, man.
Ty Lue,
getting back to the finals.
They should have let Ty Lue coach, man. They should have let him coach. He been back from a 3-1 lead.
Wait, when Ty Lue just like had a word in
he was
his
like,
ear
let me take it from here.
Get back to the bench.
Imagine this off season. They just demote Doc Rivers and
they just do a substitute.
Quick little substitution.
No, but to be fair, the narrative with Ty Lue was that he was always LeBron's bitch. So,
but that was a narrative with Eric Spoelstra too, and look at him now.
Yeah. All right. So is that slander hour done?
No. So, but this is quick. This is not going to be a discussion, really. So, Pat Bev, man, you just all bark, no bite, man. You need to get back to your. I mean, he was saying 1, 2, 3 Cancun to Dame. Well, bro, get your Timbs ready, bro. It's time for you to go back to the beach as well, bro.
Timbs on the beach.
Yeah. Marcus Morris, man, like, bro,
terrorist.
You're trying to injure every player. I mean, he tried to injure. He tried to injure Jamal Murray as well.
Yeah,
I think it was Jamal Murray. In the last game, like, bro, talking about I don't play the game that way, and like trying to injure Luka Doncic. I mean, yeah, he's just a trash player to me, like a trash type of player.
Yeah.
Montrezl Harrell, bro.
Julia.
Montrezl Harrell, man. You need to. I don't know how. I don't know if he's in Germany or in Oklahoma right now. You need to get those contact details, ship that trophy back through to his rightful owner. Bro,
Bet Montrezl, man.
My guy got out rebounded, like, I think it was like 20-3 by Jokic, and this is his contract year. So good job, bro. I think he just lost about 10 mil right there.
Nah, that six man of the year award will cover up a lot.
Not when down there everyone knows that it should have been Schroeder. Like, nah, I don't know, man. I've not seen a player that makes basketball look as hard as Montrezl Harrell does. Like, look, he be scoring, but it just looks so like hard. Like, he just really, like, he must have to ice bath like after like every game, bro. Maybe even every quarter. Like, honestly. He just makes it look so hard. It's crazy.
Maybe that's part of his like facade though, to make it look like he's doing more than he actually is. So he gets those awards. Maybe that's it. But he's actually not doing as much as people think he is.
And then quick shout out to Lemon Pepper Lou. Like, I mean,
I hope those wings are worth it, bro.
Yeah, I hope those wings are worth it, man.
I hope those wings are worth it.
Those wings.
But to be fair, I saw a picture of one of the plates from that strip club.
Oh yeah, it does look bad. Yeah, he definitely went for the wings though. Definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
I think those wings, I mean, those are the most expensive wings.
Like $50,000 wing.
Those wings and that those wings and that female tester, man, they're gonna be the story of the playoffs right there.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You're done. So that concludes Slander O'Clock.
Yeah.
No one was safe there.
Yeah, there might be some more sneak disses in future episodes, but for that, I'm done.
I expect Paul George is definitely not safe. Still.
Oh, well. Yeah. All right. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on to the conference finals matchups. We have both conference finals currently in session, with the Lakers and the Nuggets playing game one last night, and the Heat are currently 2-0 up on the Celtics. Which team has been the most impressive so far for you out of all those four teams?
That's hard.
There's only
I'd
one
have to
clear
say the
answer for
Heat.
me. Yeah.
It has to be the Heat. Obviously, the Nuggets, those 2-3-1 comebacks, that's impressive. But I mean, the Heat have just been outright dominant every game. They're 10-1.
I wouldn't say that.
Plus-
I wouldn't say they've been dominant. They weren't dominant in the second game. It was a very back and forth game. The Celtics could have
but
easily won it.
Yeah, true. I just mean overall.
Yeah, they're 10-1 in the playoffs.
They're 10-1, comparable to, I think, everyone else that's had a 10-1 or 11-0 up to this point has gone on to win.
Yeah.
Because you've got those Lakers.
Well, so seeing as you've just said that, are they your title favorites?
No favorites. No favorites.
So who is the Lakers?
Yeah, the Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, the Lakers aren't a lot. Like everyone was overreacting after the Clippers choke that. Oh yeah, I'll give LeBron his fourth ring right now. There are some tough teams remaining, but
if one thing is clear about the Heat, like even if they're not the favorites, then they're not gonna make it easy for you at all.
Yeah, they're like an extension of the Raptors in that they have so many different ways of attacking you.
Yeah.
But when it comes to clutch time, they know who they go to. And like Jimmy Butler just turns up
and he
in a different way.
He steps up.
And then that Heat culture that has just been there regardless of who they have on the roster for like decades and decades. I mean, it starts with that, that off-season, that preseason training camp where they have their conditioning test, where you can't start training camp until you've completed it. And this season in particular, Jimmy Butler failed it on his first attempt, and
that was probably a wake-up call for him.
It just pushed him. Like, I think that's what. It was a wake-up call for him, and the fact that they decided not to release it to the media as well, a bit more trust with them.
Yeah,
and it motivated him, and then he started those 4 a.m. workouts, which other players quickly subscribed to, and throughout that, he just started seeing that this team was different from others. Those players that will take that and give it to him as well.
Yeah,
that will just they're just ready to fight.
Yeah, Tyler Hero.
Apparently,
Duncan Robinson's quite a trash talker as well.
Mm-hmm. Cannot tell me they're vets, man. I mean, they're not vets, bro. They're not rookies, man. They're not rookies. Yeah. And then I've seen this as well. So, this breakdown of Jimmy Butler right now. So obviously, the Bulls last made the playoffs with Jimmy Butler in 2017. Mm-hmm. The Timberwolves last made the playoffs with Jimmy Butler in 2018, and that actually ended, I think, an 18-year drought, something like that. The 76ers made their best playoff run in a decade with Jimmy Butler. And Miami, this is their first Eastern Conference Finals since Jimmy Butler. I mean, since 2014. So he's just a winner. Winning follows him.
Yeah. He's one of those players that he will put it all on the line. He will leave every ounce of effort on the court.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise out there. Like, do you want to play with Jimmy Butler? Do you want to play with Chris Paul? But it just clearly shows here, are you a winner? Is the question you should be asking yourself. Like, you got Andrew Wiggins or Karl Anthony Towns complaining about his approach, but
winning ain't easy.
You're not selfish. If your goal is to win, then your means about doing it, you can't get too mad about it. I mean, it's like Jordan, and Jimmy Butler isn't even on that type of level of punching teammates in practice or anything like that. Like, he just demands of you what he demands from himself. And not even an ability, just an effort.
But what do you think is the difference between, say, this Heat team, which is relatively new? They've just introduced Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Bam's having his breakout season, Jay Crowder just joined the season.
Yeah.
Why have they been able to adopt that mentality so quickly? Whereas
it's like culture.
Yeah,
it's
you think?
Perfect fit.
He's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
It's the culture that's there. It's set. It's known. Pat Riley is already on them about that type of stuff. So it's easy to add a player like Jimmy Butler because they're all conditioned to that. Obviously, no, I wouldn't even say it's lucky because they look out for those type of players. It's not like they just end up there. They draft Tyler Hero knowing he's that type of player. Like, they look into your character as well as your skill. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, apart from because Jimmy Butler never at this level played with, MVP level rows. So Karl Anthony Towns might have been the most talented player he played with.
Or Joel Embiid.
Yeah. But I'm saying, those are two players that are more talented, but
they might not have that mentality. Yeah,
and it's hard because a lot of players, because you look at the trend of a lot of these players on this Heat team, and a lot of them came from, you got Duncan Robinson from a D3 school, D3 college. You got Butler and Jay Crowder, who played for JUCO, junior college teams before going to Marquette. So a lot of these players,
no one's had an easy journey.
They never had it easy. But you got, on the contrast, Karl Anthony Towns and Wiggins, who were like ordained to be, all-time greats or whatever, who was selected as a first pick. So, that's the mindset. It's the mindset. It's culture.
What was I going to say?
Once you get
that. So before a few years ago, maybe even a year ago, I used to think in sports, stuff like experience and mentality was a little bit overrated. I used to think if you're good enough, if you're good enough, you can win. You can win whatever. But this is just case in point that mentality is 80% of the game probably.
I've learned that myself.
I mean, in no way is this Heat roster the most talented in the league. Nowhere probably near. Because as you said, you've got those people that came from D3 schools and stuff. But if the mentality is there and you don't take any possessions off,
I mean,
really achieve anything. And when you've got when you've got a multiple-time All-Star and someone I would consider a superstar showing that same effort, like when you look at a Rockets or even sometimes the Clippers, and you look at your superstar players and they're hands on their knees, head down, that's very discouraging for the rest of the players. But Jimmy Butler's body language is always impeccable. He always makes hard defensive plays.
Yeah, he had a 4 for 11 night, and you wouldn't know it because he was all over the game.
Yeah, I tweeted this yesterday, I think, or the other day. I think you saw this as well. It's like he's the only superstar I can think of that doesn't have to shoot well, but can still be considered to have a good game.
If Harden is shooting badly, he's just gonna stand with his hands on his knees, and because that's something that Chris Paul was complaining about when he was leaving, is that, and they had a few arguments about it on the bench. That he just doesn't. If he's not holding the ball, he's not a factor, and that's a problem. Yeah, because Jimmy Butler, of all this criticism about being high maintenance, he's very low maintenance. He doesn't need the ball for very long. He'll get it in any way possible. He'll get deflections. He had a game-winning deflection the other game. He'll just do those little things that. Oh yeah, there was a tweet by another.
They're not going to show up in the box score.
Yeah, Justin Anderson said, he's the only star or superstar that plays like he's on a 10-day contract, like he's a role player, and
he's still got something to prove.
Yeah, in his mind, he's playing like he's still at that junior college, and then that's type of thing that pisses you off about Paul George. What is separating Paul George from being Jimmy Butler? Look, he's got longer arms, so he should be able to play better defense. He's a better shooter, better ball handler, taller, but he just doesn't have that heart.
It's the mentality, yeah. One sec. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, and then one more thing to add as well is someone that's flying under the radar is Goran Dragic.
I was going to mention him.
He's their leading scorer these playoffs. I mean, he's averaging 22 points. very efficient. Playmaking, he's doing it all at his age, like 34.
Yeah.
And he's just playing. He's about to get paid, man. He's about to
Yeah,
get paid.
and he was he even showed that he can step up and be their closer in game 2.
Yep.
Yeah, hit that big shot late in the 4th, and Jimmy
No
Butler
one's
even
stopping
shouted
him
him
right
out
now.
for it. Yeah,
Like,
and
no one is
and
stopping him.
when I see his moves, they don't even look that hard to stop. He's just like so silky. He just kind of drifts past you, will hit a 3 in your face.
That's just the trend of these European players. Like, they're just so fundamentally sound.
Yeah. Because it's drilled into them from early, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
because they're doing academy ball instead of,
I feel like a lot of the American game
is instead of AAU where they're just trying to get highlights.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like a lot of the American game is trying to get on board his life, and they don't really drill that in, and obviously, it's only going to help the Heat having 2 closers because
exactly
Jimmy Butler, you can count him to elevate his game in the clutch, but you never know, do you? So,
you got that's a contrast again. Like I have Harden gives me the feeling that if like Westbrook had some ISO and then passed to him and hit a game winner, like part of him would be pissed off.
Yeah.
Whereas like Jimmy Butler is like perfectly he said in that game where he went off against the Bucks, I think he was like, it was my night, but I hope it's Duncan Robinson next night. I hope it's Tyler Hero. Like we just all fight and we all deserve it. And we'll step aside for each other.
You can tell the most important thing to them is definitely the W. It doesn't matter.
Win. 100%.
I want to give a shout out to Bam as well. That block.
Yeah, man. Oh
Jesus.
Man, that block was ridiculous.
His wrist
man.
must be made.
My wrists haven't recovered, man. They still hurt from watching that.
Bro, imagine if one of us tried that, our whole arm would have broke.
I would have.
Let alone the wrist. All the bones in our hand, our forearm, gone.
Man.
And
that's just the culture again. Like
put your body on the line.
No one else is trying to be on that poster. Like no one's trying to get even risk giving away a game winning poster. They're just moving out of the way. So to even try that, this is insane.
And he had a period in the third quarter yesterday where he was dominant. The pick and roll was really working for him, and they went to him in like 6 consecutive possessions. And you just get an easy dunk each time. So he does have that element of his game. If he can add a jump shot, he'll be so dominant.
Yeah. I should move on to the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Lakers then.
So I only watched the first half of yesterday's game because for some reason they always put the Lakers on so late.
Yeah, because they're
on
West
time
Coast.
At least anyway.
Yeah, because they're a West Coast team, so they got to wait for their games will always be late because they need those West Coast fans to tune in because the West Coast are 8 hours behind us and the East are 5 hours behind us. So they're always gonna be later. But anyway, so I haven't got too much to say. I didn't watch the game either because game ones firstly with the Nuggets, these last few series especially because obviously the amount of effort that it takes to come back from that 3-1 lead is just exhausting. And then a quick turnaround a couple of days later to game 1, like you're just not expecting the best from them in that situation. But then also game 1 LeBron's game 1s as well are always feel out games. I mean, he only had 16 points last night and he kind of just gets others involved. So there wasn't much too notable there. I don't take too much from this first game. It wasn't that much of a domination. I think it was like a 12-point win. Obviously,
it was 126-114. So 12-point win.
Yeah, Anthony Davis went off quite a bit. I don't expect anyone to stop him in any way, but they've got decent perimeter defense. LeBron's not going to average 15 points, but they've got people to bother him at least.
What I will say is that from what I did watch, Nikola Jokic got in foul trouble very early.
Yeah, that is going to happen. They are going to attack him. LeBron, because he's not a rim protector at all in any way.
The opposite. Never jumps.
At all.
Yeah.
So they are just going to and they're going to take advantage of him not having quick feet. So that's going to happen. This is a series where Dwight and JaVale McGee can actually have a presence.
Yeah.
and their athleticism, they're going to be able to punish him as well.
As long as Dwight and JaVale don't bite. Sorry. As long as Dwight and JaVale don't bite on Nikola Jokic's pump fakes, then they should be fine. Because
It's not going to matter, man. It's not going to matter. He's not going to play that bad again. I expect playoff Jokic is different.
He wasn't
man.
terrible yesterday. He was okay.
But he's
very
quiet.
double team prone. Very double team prone. They
Yeah.
were throwing a double at him every time. So it just shows you how good he can be.
But then also, I just think that the nature in which the Clippers lost just woke up the Lakers to like they're determined to not lose in that same way.
Yeah.
Like,
and LeBron will hopefully try and instill that into the Lakers.
and LeBron, man,
Imagine a
he's
Nuggets
definitely
team's final. Jesus, that would be. No one would have predicted that. Sure.
Yeah, I don't have. No, we don't need that, man. We don't need that.
I don't know, man. I'm liking the Heat, but then also
A Lakers Celtics finals would just be crazy.
Nah, I need
just
the Heat
because
in the finals, bro.
No, I know what you mean, but just if Tatum was playing well, I just love watching Tatum play, like the way he plays, and then just like Celtics,
Tatum's got
Celtics Lakers as well.
Tatum's got to sort out his shot selection though.
yeah,
He's awful. Especially in the clutch, he thinks like he's Kobe literally, and he's not there yet, so you got to chill. And we said this last week as well, but the Lakers role players have continued their resurgence, especially Rondo.
Rondo is he's a
guy in
wild
the
card.
playoffs,
Like
man.
he is just that guy that is like you don't think about.
He's an energy
Like,
player.
he's just ready. He's just ready.
Yeah, he's the X factor, literally.
He's made for the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
He's made for the playoffs.
he just steps up so much, and he even had that big time bucket yesterday in the fourth quarter. I don't know if you saw it, he floated it over the backboard.
Yeah, over the backboard, man. Yeah.
And he's got them long arms as well, so you can get to
Yeah. Long arms, big hands, man. He's got total control.
Yeah. Okay, so if you had to predict the games and who's going through to the finals, what are you saying?
I'm gonna say Lakers in 5, just because I think it'd be either 4 or 5, only because I think they do not want
They're
to
not
have
playing
a
with these
three.
boys.
They do not want a 3-1 lead. Like,
Yeah.
They don't want that. And then if they get through, and that the thing is though, if you look at LeBron in his career, I think he's 14-0 or 15-0 in game clinching, in like elimination games, like series clinching games, because he doesn't mess around. Like he said in a quote that he comes out with the same desperation as the team that's down. So yeah, for people saying that he doesn't have killer instinct, like
He closes the deal, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna let this happen. They are not gonna let them come back 3-1. They're not gonna let them get that confidence. But I think they're good enough to win at least one game.
I'm going to say
But I don't
6.
Yeah. I would say 6.
I just think they'd be too scared to even let it get to 6, because then it's just like, oh no, if they win this game, I don't think they want to leave it to chance of, Jamal Murray erupting or anything like that. Because even with Rondo playing as well as he is, they still don't have, if he's going to go off, like they don't have the answers defensively on the perimeter for him. So I just think they want to take care of business ASAP.
as quickly as possible.
And the
They
Heat
will- They
Celtics?
will win a game or two. Huh?
The Heat Celtics? I'm gonna say Heat in 5.
Yeah.
Heat
I'd say the
five.
same.
I mean, we originally predicted it to be a lot closer, but
Yeah. I don't think they're going to win 4 out of the next 5 games.
no.
That's not
I
gonna
think they're
happen.
just getting out hustled.
Yeah. Last game was a pretty golden opportunity for them to win.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. And I mean, they knew it with
Even
what
Kemba was
happening in the
firing
locker
last
room.
game, and they still
With what was happening in the locker room after the game. They knew they blew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had the fighting, they canceled the next training, and Coach Brad Stevens called a meeting to address it. So obviously that stuff can be positive in motivating you, but I think getting in a 2 hole against the Heat whilst they're rolling like they are, yeah, I don't think it's going to extend too far. Yeah, I'd say 5 or 6 as well. Probably 5.
Okay. So that's what we think of each finals matchup, and we're going to move into our last section of the podcast, which, as always, is trivia. And I have some trivia for you today, Josh. I don't think it's too hard. It actually might be very easy, but it depends on your knowledge, really.
It's your ladder.
So
All right.
I'm going to get you to name 20 things, as is usually the theme around here.
Yep.
I want you to name 2, 3, 4. 1 second. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I want you to name every first pick since 2000.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
I think you'll do well here, but
I think I'll do all right. I do not before like yeah, now my 2000s knowledge is gonna be a bit iffy. I'm not gonna lie.
like mid
But
2000s.
okay, let's go. All right.
Where do you want to start? 2019 or 2019?
Yeah, we'll go backwards.
2019. Who was the first overall pick?
That would be Zion Williamson.
Okay. 2018.
DeAndre Ayton.
2017.
Markel Fultz.
Yep. 2016.
I'm trying not to mix up the years here. That's not Karl Anthony Towns here. 2016. Bro, see, I'm just choking right now, man. Oh my god. It's not Karl Anthony Towns. That was 2015. I know it isn't. Oh man. My brain.
Being on the other side of the trivia is so nice.
Oh, I hate this shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you're under that pressure, it's not nice.
Normally I just roll through it though, but this is different, man. I don't want to skip though. I'm not gonna skip it. I'm not gonna skip 20. Actually, I'm gonna skip and come back to it. Come back to it. All right, 2015 Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay. 2014.
Oh shit. Nah, because this is some. I don't want to use any hints until I'm in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And like hints is just a bit. I don't even know what you would do for hints anyway. For this.
I can tell you the team, probably.
All right. But I won't use that for 2014. Okay, 2014 is. Oh yeah, Anthony Bennett.
2014, Anthony Bennett.
The way you phrase that, has me questioning it now.
Okay, 2013.
All right, 2013. Actually, no, 2013 Anthony Bennett. 2013 Anthony.
So
Bennett.
who was 2014?
Damn, this is something I thought I'd actually do pretty well in,
Same.
But damn, my brain's just not there today. Let me think. All right, give me team hints for 2014 and 16.
Damn. How many hints do you get? Because you can't just use hints for all of them.
Oh, yeah, true.
I'll give you 3 hints. 3 hints throughout the whole thing.
Okay, never mind then, because I'll use them. It'll come back to me. I'll use them in the 2000s.
Okay.
All right. 2014. Okay.
Do you want to go back to 2016 or no?
I'm just gonna be really pissed off with myself, to be honest, because these aren't even that hard. I'm just like.
So we'll just say for 2013, you're definitely saying Anthony Bennett, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2014.
Wait, did you say 2014?
Yeah, you haven't said 2014 yet.
Oh, what is my problem, bro? Yeah, the Timberwolves got 2 back-to-back picks, so yeah, Andrew Wiggins. Damn.
Okay.
See, I'm tripping. These are so easy, bro.
Okay.
I should have rolled through like the
2012.
2010s. Damian Lillard. No. That was rookie of the year. That's the thing. I keep nearly saying rookie of the years instead. That's Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. 2011.
Kyrie Irving.
2010.
2010. 2010. Oh shit. 2010. That is not the fuck. 2010 first pick. I feel like it's not a superstar though, but I could be wrong.
Need a hint?
Yeah, 2010 I'll use it then.
Okay. The Washington Wizards.
Oh, I'm pissed. So that's John Wall.
Okay. That's one of your 3 hints gone.
I wouldn't have got that actually.
2009.
That is that draft that had like, what's it called? That draft had Harden, Curry, and all of them.
Who was the first pick?
Tyree Evans won Rookie of the Year, but I don't think he was the first pick. Who was the first pick in that draft? It was another star, I think. Man, I started concentrating on the draft in like 2015. Okay, all right. 2015 first pick. I mean, 2015, 2009 first pick. Skip. I'll come back to it.
Skip.
So the ones I've skipped so far are 2009 and 2016.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 2008. Damn, I only remember like the superstars and people that I like watch because I know who are in these drafts, but I just can't remember the first picks. 2008.
Josh dropping a Paul
Yeah.
George type performance.
Yeah, I am, man. After my 20 out of 20. This is poor, man. This is poor. Oh, I'm about to do terrible in this one. Okay, 2008. That's the year. Derrick Rose.
D Rose.
Yeah. 2007. What's his name again? Odin.
Yep. 2006.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hint for this one.
The Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors.
I'm not sure if you'll get this one.
Oh, is it? Wait, 2006?
Yeah.
Is LaMarcus Aldridge?
Is that who you're going with?
I'm trying to think if that's too early or not. I mean, too late.
2006.
2006. Wait, you said Toronto Raptors, and I said LaMarcus Aldridge, bro. I'm tripping, bro. He's a trailblazer. Fuck's sake. Damn.
Technically, he was drafted by Chicago, but
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Toronto Raptors. Man, they had the first pick, and they definitely drafted
sucked
someone
back
that was
then.
absolutely trash as well. Oh my god, that's a trash hint, man. Because this player's probably ass, man. I know this is a bust. This has to have been a bust. Damn, man.
you got Anthony Bennett.
Is it like Bargnani or whatever?
Is that who you're gonna go with?
I feel like this is the type of one where you should just tell me yes or no, man. This was bad.
Bro, it's up to you.
Okay, no. I know. I don't know.
I know. I don't know. Okay.
This is tough. Yeah, move on, man. I'm not gonna get that.
So you're skipping that one as well?
Yeah, I'm skipping that one.
Okay. 2005.
Was Chris Paul the first pick? Was Chris Paul the first pick? Probably not, because my God, man. Yeah, give me a hint.
It's your last hint, by the way.
Oh, this is my last one.
Yeah.
Damn. That Raptors one pissed me off then. Yeah, go ahead.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, Andrew Bogut.
Okay. Andrew Bogut.
All right.
2004.
2004.
You're out of hints, so
Yeah, I know. 2004. I don't even have anything to like guess with because I don't even know he was in this draft. Damn. Yeah, skip.
skip. 2003.
Darko Milicic. Now LeBron, obviously, one.
Okay, I was about to say it, bro.
Darko Milicic, bro.
I was
It was
about
obviously
to
a joke. It
fucking
was
cry
obviously a
laughing.
joke, man.
Oh
Hey
my
man, you
days.
didn't even say LeBron in the
Yeah,
thing
sure,
about
sure, sure.
LeBron.
2002, 2002.
2002. Yeah, skip.
Skip.
2001 is Kenyon Martin, I think. Kenyon Martin.
2001, Kenyon Martin. And 2000?
Damn, 2000 as well. Oh, 2000. No, that's not 2000.
What?
2000. Nah, because I was about to say Tim Duncan, but I was like a few years before that. 2000. Damn.
Last one, by the way.
Nah, because I'm gonna go back and do 2016. I think.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Actually, can I change? I wait. I think. Wait. He was a second year player. Nah, go 2000 for Kenyon Martin, but I don't know 2001.
All right, so skip 2001.
Yeah, and then 2016 was a brain fart, bro. It was Ben Simmons, but the reason why I was struggling with that is
He didn't play that
I
year.
forgot. Yeah, he didn't play that year. So yeah, Ben Simmons.
Okay, so I'll tell you all the ones you skipped. So you skipped.
Oh wait. You know that year 2009? Did I not say anything?
No, you didn't.
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Okay, so I'll tell you the other years you skipped. 2001, 2002, 2004,
Yeah.
2006. And that's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get those.
You're not going to get them? All right, so you're locking in everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just tally up.
If I get more than 10, bro, I'm gonna get us. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, okay.
I'll be purely gas, bro, if I get more than 10. Because that was bad. That was bad.
All right. Wait. Wait 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So with some good news and some bad news.
Go
How
ahead.
many do you think you got, by the way?
I think I go 10.
You think you got 10?
Yeah.
You actually got 15.
Yo, I'll take that, bro. I would take that. Was there some like was there some like dumbass L's or some
Wait, hold
mix
on.
ups?
I'm just tallying up again quick.
You know what, bro? I'll
17,
take
18,
that
19.
because shit, that would have me still in the lead. So I'm not. Hey, that's not too
Oh, it was out
bad.
at 19, you know? I meant to do out at 20. So,
Oh, it's 15/19.
yeah, that's even better.
Hey, hey.
So the ones you missed were 2006. You're going to kick yourself because you said it. Bargnani.
Hey, see you later, bro.
You said it.
I just thought it was too stupid, bro.
And then I was like, are you sure? And you're like, nah.
It was, oh man.
And then
Hey.
another big one you missed.
Yeah.
2004 was Dwight Howard.
I wouldn't have got that.
Okay.
Nah, with the Bargnani one, man, I'll take that as a mental win right there because the way I pulled that out.
Yeah, and then
But damn, that's an
2002
L.
was Yao Ming.
Oh yeah. See, I wait. Yeah, I wasted a hint.
2001 was Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah. See, if I had my hints left, I would have got those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasted one of them.
So 15, that's not bad.
That's not bad. If I used my hints properly, I probably could have got like 18.
Yeah.
The Banyani one, I should have just trusted myself. But yeah, I'll take that.
All right. Well, that is 15 out of 19 for Josh, and that brings us swiftly to the end of this episode of the podcast.
It wasn't too swift.
Yeah, it wasn't too swift, but just a reminder, we won't be back for a few weeks because I won't have my PC unless the uni lets us come in and record, but I doubt it. So this will be our last episode for a while, but we will be back as soon as I get my PC. By then, will the NBA champion have been crowned? Probably.
Should have, yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. But we appreciate you all for listening. If you got this far, we appreciate you. Share this with your friends. Give us some feedback if you want, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you very much.